Right folks, so we're getting back to the Volkswagen Polo here. We've just taken the scrub screw out for the airbox and whatnot, because obviously we're going to need to be getting into all of this and finding out what the hell we actually have here. I couldn't help but noticing that our earth strap and everything had been removed from the coil packs. So we're just going to give that a little tug up. I mean, it's all full of water, lovely jubbly, and we already see that we have a massive problem. If you have a look in there, you'll see that the spark plugs have been removed, and all three. So we have now got a problem of this engine's now been sat with no sump, no spark plugs in it, and a busted boot. So we are going to have to just get this engine timed up and roll it over by hand, just to see whether we get any tight spots inside this engine. But straight away, I think the first thing we're going to need to do is put some automatic transmission fluid down the 3 cylinder holes, because that just basically is going to return any lubrication back to the cylinder liners and stop any grinding and binding in the rings and the liners. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't get any scratches. And obviously we'll put a horoscope in there before we do that. I mean, the chain's pretty loose. Obviously, there's no tension on it. But right off the bat, I'm seeing problems with that. That's sticking. So yeah, let's get back into this and let's get a bit further along and get these inspection plates out ready to start the timing, and I'll get you guys back in when I get that sorted. Right, so after removing the 2 T30s that go in here and here, this is going to allow us then to be able to remove these plastic grommets and at the end of the camshafts, so we can get ready to put the timing tool in, and it will re-bolt back into here. So I'll show you guys in just a little bit when I go and get the timing tool, because this one is the hardest one to get out. So this one takes a little bit of finagling to get out, but yeah, you just got to be a bit careful and patient with it, and patience is, quite frankly, sometimes not always on my strong side. But let me just get this out, and I'll get back, and after I get the timing tools and everything, and we'll time this all up and show you guys how to do it. Right, folks, so we have got a bit of bad news. I've been ahead and used my location locks, which goes into here like so, and then you just screw them in the ends. Once I've got this cam timed up, I undone the centre big nut on the end of here, which was, in fact, I can remember what the size was, 27mm. I cracked that off, timed that one up, cracked it off so it was able to spin, got that one timed up, cracked it off so it was, all this assembly was free to run, and obviously putting the tool in the end, just because I'm too lazy to find the time marks on the bottom, I used a screwdriver and found TDC, which was top dead centre, using the screwdriver here. Now, that's kind of a crude sort of way of finding it, but I ain't in no mood to be rolling around under the car to find all the timing marks. So I've done this just because I wanted to test the chain, and I went ahead, took the time tools back out, like so, and what happened was I then put my 20mm socket on the bottom. I know it's, you know, it's a Torex before anybody starts going turn the engine over very slowly, and straight off the timing chain jumped on the inlet camshaft, so it then threw the timing straight back out. So what we're going to have to do here at this point is to rather try and keep tension on the chain, just to roll the assembly to see if we've got any bent valves at this point, Or I go ahead and I undo the rocker cover, take that off, take the chain off, and we'll check all the valves that way, just to see whether all the valves, the 12 valves, are actually bent or not. But at the moment, it's looking kind of like this engine's junk. So, yes, we'll just have to proceed forward, because I might just get the engine mounting on so I can get rid of this ridiculous bar off this battery. Or I might just undo the 12 bolts off the ballows and take the engine out and just lift it out like a gorilla and take the engine home, put it on a stand and rotate it and everything so we can see exactly what we have and haven't got in this engine. But I think that's going to kind of be it for now until we get a bit more into it. But yeah, look at this, guys. It's just junk. And I can push the chain and everything by hand. Look, see, it shouldn't be, and it's stuck now. Look, so I ain't gonna put my fingers in there in case it has it. But yeah, that's kind of going to be a bit of a wrap on that one. Sorry it's not going to be any longer than that, but you know, at the moment we can't do any more diving in until we get some more parts or an engine for this. So folks, what I've done is I've gone ahead a little bit and I've already been and removed the cam chain because at the end of the day it was jumping, timing, and it was being quite, shall we call it, obvious to what the problem was. I mean, maybe this was the cause of the whole vehicle being laid up for 3 years. So what I've done is I've been ahead, bought a new timing chain kit, and we're just going to get some brake cleaner and clean all of this off, you know, because there's grit and gravel and all that in there, and really you don't need any of that being in your engine, because that will destroy your mains, your big ends and your small ends, and it will just destroy your motor. So you don't want to do that. And down here, look, you've got your oil pump drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sump back on, put some oil in it, and see if I can't spin this or do something just to get the oil around the engine again. But yeah, we'll figure something out to how we're going to get the oil all back around this engine. And I've been in and just freshening myself up where everything goes. I haven't clipped anything in, look, it's just sat here. So basically just gives me an idea where everything goes and get on with it. There's the timing tools. They go in the back of the head like so. And yeah, we've got rid of that ridiculous horrible white bar and put a brace underneath the engine. So yeah, let's just get in and put the new timing chain in and see what happens. So we've gone absolutely nuts with the brake cleaner, and we've brake cleaned it, you know, right the way down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get a paintbrush and some motor oil, and we're just going to go around and give everything a coating of oil again before we start to reassemble. But I used one of these fine little wire brushes just to go round, ouch, it's just poked me, and just scrape off the RTV that the manufacturers use all around here. Perfect for doing that. Just to rub off the ATV and brake cleaned it and got it all cleaned up. So that's what it looks like now when it's all cleaned up. Now we're just going to go ahead and start to reassemble and just basically get on and make progress, I suppose, and try and keep some of the dirt out. I'm hoping today we can get this side of the engine put back on, engine mounting on, and get ready to jack the car up and clean all the sump out and all the crank and everything. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a car that's kind of rolling over and it doesn't jump timing anymore. So fingers crossed, let's dive right back into it and make some progress. Right folks, so we've got the new timing chain now on. So that's quite simple to do, nice little thing to do. For the torque specs of these, I believe it to be 50 newtons and then 90 degrees. Only the once, I believe. Don't take my word for it, but like I say, just double check your own work. New tensioners, new guides and everything is all on. Lovely. We've now removed the timing pins and we're going to turn this engine over now and see if the engine jumps timing and whether we've got any bent valves or not. So fingers crossed now, and let's hope we don't have any bent valves on the inlet side, because I think that's what the problem was in the beginning. So cross our fingers. So there we have it, folks. Kind of put back together Polo at the minute. We've got the header tank back in, the engine mount, the side of the engine, and we just found its beauty cover, but we haven't obviously done it the earth strap, because I want to clean all these earth straps up, because that one obviously goes onto there. I want to make sure all the earth straps are nice and clean and everything is operational as it can possibly be. So we've got the dipstick back in, the PCV valve, and a few other odds and ends. We've just got to finish off, torque up the bottom crank pulley. For those that are interested, it's 90 newtons plus 90 degrees. And the cam chain tensioner, what to do does, I will put that on the screen because my brain has just gone blank. But overall, you have like a series of T30s that just goes around the circumference. There's some M bolts down this side, and you've got some long bolts to go through here. But pretty much this engine is going to be thing. And for those that bright-eyed little buggers have spotted, yes, the brake fluid reservoir cap is off. I still don't know why that is off, but we are going to have to do fluid changes on that as well. Like I say, I don't know why it's off, but we are pretty much there now. The intake tube's back on, the T30s are all back in at the back of here, and the plastic grommets in the back of the head for the timing tools. That's all back in. But yeah, generally and overall, we are getting there. The parts are getting less and less in the boot, which is a good sign. But yeah, generally and overall, we made great progress. And, you know, what can we say? We're trying to put an engine back together that we didn't take apart, and it's the most difficult. So, if I could just get you guys to boost the like and hit the subscribe, that would be telling YouTube that we are a fantastic channel and that you appreciate watching us. And that relates back to me, that you enjoy watching us. So, much love from me, folks. Peace out.